What's up, comic book fam, comic book fans? And it's time for that new comic book day haul plus review. So we're gonna get into the books. We got some 50 centers, and I read a book from like a week ago. And we're gonna get into all of that right after this.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yes. All right, let's get into it. I don't know why I'm so hyped. I'm just showing off new comics. But last week I picked this up. I forgot to show it off. It is a calendar. So comic shops usually get these for free, give them out. And this is 2023 Marvel calendar plus ads. So once you get by all the advertising, there we go. January X-Men. All right. So, calendar, cool. Let's get into some 50-cent books I've picked up. Still trying to go through this 50 cent. I'll probably have to do a big 50-cent haul book. Big 50-cent haul movie. It's going to be that long. It's going to be like a feature. But we'll have to do like a short about all these covers I've been picking up for 50 cents. But anyway, this is Dark Spaces Wildfire by Scott Snyder. Basically IDW. It's an IDW book. These firefighters, in the woods, fighting fire. But I believe it's a work release kind of thing. They're also imprisoned. I only read issue 1, so not exactly 100% sure how that works out. It was a good read, though. Good read, good art. And this is the blank cover. It's that cover. So if I ever decide to get some art on there, all good. Alright, next up we got Ultimate Avengers 3. This series only lasted like 6 issues. This is Francis Laniel Yu, I believe, on the cover. Laniel Francis Yu. Oof, probably murdered his name. Sorry. It's an okay cover. It's pretty cool. I had murdered his name and then I go, it's okay. But yeah, I picked it up. It's issue 1, Ultimate Avengers 3. Part of the trilogy. And that's a Mark Millar book too, by the way. But it was 50 cents, so. Picked up another Axis number 1 for 50 cents. First appearance of Onslaught. We've got Fear. I was going to say Fear the Walking Dead. Whew, I am off my game today. We have The Walking Dead, Fear the Princess, issue 171. This is the 15-year anniversary of the princess, the pink princess. As you can see, she's in black and white, a little blood on the bottom. This is a Jen Bartel cover, by the way. It's a dope Jen Bartel cover. So those were in these black bags that you ripped open, like blind bags, and you got a different cover for each issue, celebrating key issues in the 15-year anniversary of The Walking Dead. Next up, we got Black Widow number 3. I got 2 copies for some reason. But this is like the only true spec. Well, no, Axis is another spec book. And then you do have this cool Jen Bartel cover of the princess. Pink princess. But this is the first appearance of the Weeping Lion 2.0. Cool. So those are my 50-cent pickups for this week. All right. Now we have Star Wars The High Republic, The Blade. My shop is out of it. Last week I had actually ordered this online, but it still hasn't gotten here. And then I went to the shop and I saw it and I wanted to read it, so I picked it up. What you have here is the origin story of the Blade, also known as Porter Engle, and his sister, who's in here, who's not really a sister, but like adopted sister, and that's Barash. B-A-R-A-S-H. Barash. All right. Cool name. But he's known. Porter Engle is known as like a blade master, like a really, really good with the lightsaber. And so, there's even a scene here where another Jedi is like, "Oh, you're Porter Engle? Let's duel. Let's do it." So, it's a really good book. They're basically going around. It just kind of explains what's happening. It's just setting up the world that the Blade is living in. and they're just going around helping people, doing Jedi things, and that's going to be their thing. You know, they get to different places and help people. So, and they're on their way to like this outer, let's call it outer rim place that has no communications and is under siege, and should be a really good time. All right, let's stay in Marvel. Let's stay in that universe, I guess. It's not even the same universe because I'm bringing up Spider-Man, but this is Dark Web tie-in. The Amazing Spider-Man number 17. We still have, Spider-Man fighting Chasm. And I wanted to get the comic out because I wanted to show you a new character in this book. So anyway, Peter's in limbo. He's being forced to live his life in limbo. Otherwise, like every day, like he has to go to work. And J. Jonah Jameson's there and everything, and it's really interesting. But he's in limbo, so all the rest of the people who aren't captured are being played by demons. So it's pretty funny. But we have our first appearance of Wreck Rap. And Wreck Rap is just Parker, spelled backwards, in case you didn't catch that. But yeah, Wreck Rap. And he's infused with like he was wearing a Spider-Man costume because he was like the only guy in limbo who was like only demon who was like, you know what, I want to do good, I want to save people, and he's wearing a Spider-Man costume, and finds a dude, and dude imbues it with a little bit of venom goo that he had, and boom, before you know it, we got Wreck Rap. But read it if you want to really get into it. I'm trying not to get too many spoilers away, but Peter is now living out his days in limbo. All right, and I got the design variant of that because there's also the appearance of the Insidious 6 in there. So I got the Ed McGuinness design cover. I like design covers. I'm a fool for them. If I see them on the shelf, that's not even a spec buy. This is just, hey, it's cool. And then everybody and their mother got one of these. That Avengers 100th anniversary cover. So, homage cover, if you will, right? It's kind of a what if cover, right? Because this is what if. What if? All right, moving on. We got another Spider-Man. We got Miles Morales Spider-Man number 2. And in this issue, Miles is still dealing with a bunch of stuff. He bumps into Misty Knight, and Misty Knight's, he's trying to investigate what happened in his during his last meeting with Rabble. Right, so he's trying to get some clues, blah, blah. Scorpion ends up showing up. Misty Knight's there. Misty Knight, for those of you who don't know, here's a little spoiler, because I went to New York Comic Con. Misty Knight's kind of going to be a mentor to Miles in this book now, right? So she's kind of going to take that Peter Parker Spider-Man role and just kind of mentor Miles in this book. But yeah, anyway, you got Scorpion here, because they get into another fight. Scorpion's got some upgrades these days. Yeah, and Rabble, who's also in the book, she's a tech wizard, if you will. So she's over there messing with Miles' friends while Miles busy fighting Scorpion. It looks, overall, I'm still getting a feel for the book. Feels like it could be fun. There's some good interior art, cover's pretty cool. I'm gonna stick it out for another couple issues, and we'll see where it goes. It seems like it could be fun, right? And then I got the Stephanie Hahn homage variant. This is one of the better, I think, Todd McFarlane homage variants. So that's there. All right, next up we got Black Panther number 13. So if you have or haven't been reading Black Panther, I'll just clue you in a little bit. Basically, there's this guy Jai, who's Black Panther's best friend, but also like a deep sleeper agent for him. Right, he sends him out into the world. And, he's like, I'll activate you if I need you, go live out there in the world. And, for all intents and purposes, you're dead as Wakandan. So, gets a new alias, all that jazz. Anyway, this guy ends up forming an organization group, terrorist organization, and takes over, like, the world's internet and shuts everything down and knows how to stop all the superheroes in the world, because Black Panther, had dossiers on all of them, and how to handle a situation with these guys. And basically everybody's just mad at Black Panther. And also he meets, Black Panther goes to Jai, and Jai and him have a fight because Jai's like, man, I just gave you everything you wanted. This is why you put me out here. And Black Panther's like, nah, you twisted my words, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They get into a fight. And Jai knows how to defeat the Black Panther because he's got dossier on him too. And so this issue is all about Black Panther getting heroes who, Jai doesn't really know yet. So he puts together this team. On the way to stop Jai, the Avengers are like, hold a minute, right? And you could see Thor's hammer in there. You got Iron Man, his glove up in the picture. Captain America's shield. So the Avengers stop, Black Panther and his group from getting to Jai. And they're like, listen, man, stop. We'll handle this. You've already messed up enough. And Black Panther's like, no, I have to make up for my errors. And there's a fight. And, just kind of ends with a surprise appearance by Namor in there. The Submariner shows up. So we're going to see where that goes. But, yeah, it's a cool book. And the covers are Alex Ross. So if you like Alex Ross cover art, boom. Daredevil number 7. All right, who's killing this? Chip Zdarsky is killing Daredevil number 7. This book really is just about you can see him in the background right there. Doesn't really show up in this book, but it's like a brief cameo. But anyway, Daredevil takes a bunch of guys off the Myrmidon, whatever that floating bases that houses supervillains. Gets a couple guys, says, "Come live with me. I'll if you can rehabilitate, I'll take care of you." And goes out on a mission. One guy's like, "I got a bullet." He's like, "I gotta go see my son." So Daredevil's like, all right, gives him like a little communication device, whatever. Lo and behold, that guy gets captured by the Punisher because Punisher's running the Hand, Daredevil's running the Fist, the organization designed to stop the Hand. Anyway, just a whole lot of stuff going. But this issue is all about the collision course between Punisher and Daredevil. So we're gonna see these guys meet up. Should be good. They meet up a lot actually in comics, but this time they have these organizations behind them, powers and all sorts of stuff. So it should be cool. We got Moon Knight number 19. All right, and this book is there is Moon Knight and Hunter's Moon, and they're beating up bad guys, and they're in the sewers, and they got the Mole Men saving them. But this is more about drawing a blank here. Zodiac, who's been the main villain since like issue 1, and Zodiac is getting some therapy, if you will, some mental help. Turns out the doctor who's helping him was also Mark Spector's friend, killed people, and secret missions, all that other cool stuff, right? And but Moon Knight is just kind of a background character. The conversation between Zodiac and his therapist, that is really the main thing. And at the end, Zodiac says something like, all of Moon Knight's friends eventually end up dead. And we see a thing at the end where there's pictures of Moon Knight's friends and all that other good stuff. And it looks like, Moon Knight's, I don't know if Zodiac has anything to do with it, but Moon Knight's going to have a hard time defending his friends, I think, in the upcoming future. I think the target is not going to be Moon Knight as much as the people surrounding Moon Knight. So, good series. All right. Whew, moving on to the indies. We got Grimm number 7. This is the B cover because the A cover was all jacked up at my LCS. But this is one of those issues where things happen, but nothing really happens. It just kind of gives you more questions and answers. And sometimes you need questions, right? So they can be answered. So that's what I think Stephanie Phillips was doing here. With that said, I just need a little bit more action in this book. Just a little bit more to happen. I like the characters. I feel connected to them. I just need a little bit more to happen. But basically, all the characters pretty much, all the people living in the world are marked for death, but nobody can actually die. And there's some gruesome scenes where people are pulling out intestines and just kill me, but nobody can actually die. So, and there's people trying to kill themselves. Right? It sounds very macabre. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm making it seem right now. But yeah, basically, the book is at a point where, it's about people being ferried to the next part of their life after they die. And apparently that's not happening. So people can't die. But they're all marked for death, of which only the dead characters can see in this book. So it's an interesting one. Man, this book is so good. It's such a quick read. I wish a lot of books just read like this. This is James Tynion, Word of Deladra. James Tynion the fourth, by the way. Tynion? Like Tiny Onion? Tynion? But this is Something Is Killing the Children, number 28. And we finally get to see Cutter and Jessica like meet up. And man, it's not the kind of battle you thought. It was a battle of wits. Not really a battle of knives, but ooh. But yeah, Cutter's no joke. Charlotte, I think is her real name. But yeah, she's quite the sadistic individual. And she's kind of pushing Jessica to do things, but also in a way that makes her seem like the bad guy to the people there. So it's interesting how Jessica's gonna combat somebody like that who could actually just have killed her, and instead it was like, let's play a game. So check out Something Is Killing the Children. I like it. All right, we're switching gears now again, and we're going to DC. We got Tom King on deck, which means lots of C and D listers, and sometimes characters you've never heard of. But this is Danger Street, and this is pretty cool. Basically, you have Warlord and Starman, and also Metamorpho in issue 1, trying to invoke or trying to defeat Darkseid, and the plan goes horribly awry, right? And you end up with a kid murdered. Oof, all right, all these books are so depressing. Something's killing the children, kids dying in these DC books. Anyway, yeah, it's just a lot of. You got Lady Cop in this book, who's Gary B, the casual comic guy's favorite character out of this book, right? Name drop. Anyway, Lady Cop's in this book. She's trying to, find out what happened, how the kid died. Metamorpho is done. Right after the last issue, he's dead. So you have Starman and Warlord on the run, right? They're hiding out in a motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. Sorry guys, couldn't help myself. And yeah, there's just a lot of characters in there, a lot of things happening, a lot of things being explained. It's crazy, right? And you got some really C and D listers. You have, like I said, Lady Cop, Manhunter, right? Anybody know who Manhunter is? I'm sure some of you do, but does everybody know who Manhunter is? Warlord? I mean, yeah, if you hit up some dollar bins, you know who Warlord is. Starman. Alright, maybe Starman you might know. Maybe. But then you have Darkseid. Everybody knows Darkseid, right? Okay. So at least we have Darkseid. But no, Tom King does a really good job. But this issue, basically with all the action that happened in one, this one's just trying to, I think, rein that in and kind of explain what the next steps are in the book. So issue 3, we'll see a little bit more action and reaction to what's happened. This is more the, let's take it in issue. All right. Last up, but not least, and maybe my favorite book that I've been reading, because it's the team up, right? You put these two guys in a book and it sells. You've got book 3 of Batman and the Joker, Deadly Duel, the Deadly Duo. And this one is, so Batman gets bit, whatever, gets a tooth stuck in him. They take the tooth out. Turns out the tooth is some kind of bioengineered death device. I don't know. Anyway, grows, infects a bat in the Batcave, and we get Joker Bat. So if you want to see Joker Bat, go ahead and grab the book. Anyway, it just turns out that these creatures that are going around are infected with this virus, I guess you can call it, that basically will turn you into some kind of Joker zombie. Awesome. So Batman has the Joker imprisoned in the cave. Doesn't really want to work with him, but kind of has to now. Because you also have this psycho guy who's making the Joker do these tasks, and if the tasks aren't done, these people die. But the tasks have to be done by the Joker, not the Batman. Batman learns that the hard way in this book. When he tries to do the task himself, and he solves it, but the results aren't what he expected because it wasn't the Joker who solved the issue. It was the Batman. All right, so that's my haul. Hopefully, those little reviews into the book kind of gave you some insight. And if you're interested in them, now you can pick them up. If you ever want to contact me about it, and hit up my Instagram. It's listed, and I can give you a little bit more insight into some of the books. Anyway, that is my comic haul. So, comic fans, do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna get ready for next week's books. If you like the content, right? We're talking about comics. This is the place to be. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up. Give me a like and comment down below. You know, if you like what you saw, if you like what you hear. Anyway, peace.